Hi, everybody. This is it. This is the last video tutorial of the summer. Um, Congratulations on making it this far. You're almost to the finish line. And so we have one last thing to talk about, and that is your final presentation. And so I'm going to run you through a few of the specifics. Obviously, this presentation is subject to change. If you have ideas about how to make this presentation better, different formats, different things like that, feel free. We can be flexible, but to be starting kind of what I was thinking of how this might go, how you might format everything, to have a great final presentation, product demonstration, all of that stuff. So I'm going to present my screen so you can see what I'm looking at. All right, so the first thing you should see is a link to our pitch deck. And this is really going to outline our final presentation. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be dividing this up so that everyone has a part to play. And I think it makes sense to have, some sort of main host. That could be one or two people who are going to, kind of introduce the pitch, introduce, all the stuff that's going on, and really take care of the first 5 slides on this pitch deck. So our first slide is just a title slide. Our second slide is an introduction. And so that's just kind of, a little bit about, what we're doing and why we're doing it. We need to introduce our team, who we are, the different people that have been working together on this. So maybe there's one person who can kind of do this introduction and introduce our team. And maybe another person could take on the problem and the solution. So this is one of the most important parts of the presentation, is really articulating, what do we care about? Why are we doing this? And why do we care about that? Why do we care about solving this particular problem? And what solution did we come up with? And why is that solution potentially going to be important for solving that problem? So I'm really thinking that, this could be one person who does all of these 4 things, or we could divide this up so that one person is taking the introduction as well as introducing our team. Another person is taking the problem and solution. Right. Probably going to be one person doing our product overview. So this is really just some of the core things our product does and some of the core technologies that it uses. And so this is just to give everyone an idea of what is Indigi. What is this thing that we made? Kind of how does it work? What are some of the technologies that work? And we're going to go into more depth into those technologies. And that's what most people are going to be working on. And so most people are going to be dividing up these core technologies. So I've just kind of listed out, these are just kind of template technologies for now. I have 5, depending on how many people we have. We can divide up as many technologies as we want. And so a few things about a technology, if you're going to be explaining it, you really want to have some sort of visual, some sort of physical thing that you can show. So if I was going to explain about the button as one of our core technologies, I just need to make sure that I have a button so that I can show people and even demonstrate how it works. The second thing about a core technology is that I need to understand the technology. I need to show the kind of technical aspects, the science. How does this technology work? And so how I would like you to think about these presentations, I would like you to probably start with yourself on screen. So I'm not exactly sure what format we're going to be using, if we're going to be using Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Zoom, Google Meet. Still have to figure that out. But whichever form we're going to use, we can put a video. And so you're going to be recording a video just like this using Google Meet. And most of our probably presentations will be in that video form. If you want to present your stuff live, we can talk about that. We can probably make that happen. But yeah, everyone has to make a video. And so that's what this tutorial is about. It's kind of how to make that video presentation. And this video presentation should be about 2 minutes. So it's not super long. You're going to need to, most people will be finding a technology that they're going to explain and show. They're going to start their video just like I am now with myself on the screen. And I'm going to have an introduction. Hi, my name is Devin. I'm going to be talking about Indigi's button technology. And so you are then going to go into just kind of a general, like, why did we choose this? What is it? How does it work? If you need to show anything, this is a good kind of time to show how things work. Right. So that's the start of the video. Maybe the first 30 to 45 seconds is introduction to yourself, physically showing the thing that you are talking about. Right. Next part is going to be the technical aspect of it, and you're going to stop sharing your screen, or you're going to start sharing your screen, and you're going to have one of these slides pulled up to explain. So I'm going to go to not stop recording, present now. Struggling this morning. So after you introduce yourself, you're going to go to present now. You're going to pull up this slide and you're going to present it. And you're going to start talking about the technology of this. And so basically, we want all of the technology to be contained in one, maybe 2 slides at the most that you're going to be explaining. Like I said, this is a 2 minute, so this is really just the core of the technology. And I'm going to show you a little bit about how to take this slide and edit it so that it works for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is, if I have this, maybe I'm going to be doing core technology 1. And maybe that's going to be a button. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to name this Indigi's button. I'm going to put my name. All right. So all these different core technologies will get labeled with the technology and the name of the person who's presenting that technology. Now there is this kind of template. If this is something that you think you can use to explain your technology, you certainly can. This kind of fits in with the same kind of format that the rest of the slides have been using. So I could change this. I could go button. I want to slide this over. I've got some text here. Button press. Let's take button press. Sends electrical current to our Wi-Fi module and designates module, I need to spell that right, module, and designates a distress signal. All right, there are some different, there's some different logos here. So there was a computer there. There's some different logos. If you go to the end of the presentation, there's a bunch of different logos. So if you want to use, a logo from here, is there anything that looks like a button? This kind of looks like a button. Let's see here. I saw one earlier that kind of looked avatar. These. Maybe this. I guess that's like a location. Maybe this kind of looks like a button. So, well, I like that one. So I'm going to copy it. Copy. And I'm going to go up and into my slide button. So this is going to be just to try to keep things, you know, a little bit consistent throughout. Is you might want to use this template. And then you're probably also going to want to have some sort of technical thing. So I might actually get a push button diagram. Push button diagram. Am I sharing my screen? Yes, I am. Good. Push button diagram. Let's see if we can find an image. Good image of a push button diagram that's going to kind of show how this works. This one's not too bad. I saw one earlier that I thought was better. This one is what I was thinking. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to copy this image, and I'm going to paste it into my slide that I'm working on. There we go. So I can kind of arrange this how I want. Maybe I want to slide this over to one side to try to make it look a little bit better. And so if this is enough for me to explain the science behind my invention, so we are using a push button in our invention. This is a diagram. So this will give me a chance to kind of explain how this button works. You do not have to use this format here. If you just want to put in a picture or a diagram or something else for your core technology, or if you want to include an actual picture of the technology, you can do that. This is really up to you all how you want to present the information that you want to share. But this is what I'm going to do for mine. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out a script. I'm going to write out a script for what I'm going to say. And so I've already kind of done that for my button. I know what I want to say. And so I need a script and I need visuals. So that could be like I've got this thing to physically show people, and I've got a slide, diagram, so that I can explain my core technology. And so I think hopefully that's enough to get you started. You're going to talk with your different groups. You're going to divide up. Most people will be working on a core technology. We maybe need a couple people to kind of do introductions and the problem and solution side of things. So maybe a couple people, you can work on that. Everyone else is going to be really working on those core technology, really explaining how our invention works. The more kind of a little bit of science that you can work in there, the more you can kind of show what's going on in the real world and how that all works together. I think that's going to be a good format for this 2-minute video. Your script, your visuals, put them together, talk with your teacher, talk with your other classmates, get some feedback, rework it, try it again, record a few different videos if you want, share them with your family, with your friends, see what you like, and so that we can get this final presentation done. This 2-minute video, you have to have a final 2-minute video because that's what I am going to be submitting for your stipend payments. So that is really one of the main things that you need to make sure that you get done for this. It's one of the requirements for this internship is that you have a final 2-minute video that gives kind of a summary of something that you worked on, something that you were able to contribute, and some of the things that you learned from that. So think about that. You can do this. Obviously, I'm here to help. Your teachers are here to help. And good luck.